Hi everyone, I hope you're having a relaxing fall break. I'm going to go over what's going on in week 8 for when we get back this week. You can see that assignments have been moved back to be due on Wednesday and Friday this week. Okay, and you have your week 8 overview here. With your assignments laid out there. So you can see that there is no studio this week. Another important thing to note is that you need to, on Friday, submit Research Log 4 before you submit the online Parlor 5, and I'll go over later in the video about why that is. Okay, so just go back to this overview here. So with our research logs, we're going to continue to do 2 per log this week. And remember that with your research log, you are slowly accumulating sources, and I'm having you look in a different place with each research log. So far you used Bad Ideas About Writing, and you also used those scholarly writing journals last week. And we're going to be looking in different places this week for sources so that you get a wide variety of kinds of sources. Also, I want to remind you that with the inquiry-based research, you have kind of a little more freedom, and also I think a little more interesting way of researching, in that you are not looking to support a thesis statement that you've already made, remember. Okay, so you have an open-ended question, and anything that you find helps you understand your question, your topic more, that might work to be included. So you, as the editor of your collection, can make a case for why you think that source is an important part of the conversation around your topic. So if you can make that connection, then you can include it. Okay, so not everything is going to directly address your exact topic or question, remember. So you have to be maybe a little more creative or make some more connections on your own as to why something ties into your topic. Okay, so for example, with the research log that you're doing on Wednesday, the first source that you'll find will be a TED Talk. Okay, so we've watched several TED Talks. You cannot use the TED Talks that we have already watched, but if you go to those TED Talks and look at the related ones, some of those might work for you. So I have linked to not the TED Talks main page, but the topics page. So it might be helpful, I think it's most helpful actually, to start just by browsing all the different topics that TED Talks cover, and finding some that you think tie into some of your topics, so relate to your topic in some way. So just looking over right now, I'm seeing communication, creativity, and curiosity. I can see those tying into many of your topics that you're working on. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here to the writing one, which seems kind of one of the most obvious ones. So when you do this, you'll often find playlists, and within those playlists you can see there are several talks. All right, and usually with any of these TED Talks, you'll have the you'll have a transcript that you can read as well. So if you want quotes from it, you don't need to stop and play and rewind, but that you can look at the transcript as well. And once you find one that you like, you can browse the ones around it, etc. So this is a really great place to find sources. All right, and let me go back here. The second place that you're going to be looking is the Atlantic. So I choose the Atlantic because they have a lot of in-depth articles, but that they're very readable. So they're not very over your head or academic, but they're meant for the general public. So one thing I want to warn you about with the Atlantic is you can search all you want, but once you start clicking on articles, you can only access 4 full text articles. So I would try to be very selective which ones you want to actually view. And if you do run up against that paywall and you can't access them anymore on their website, there is a way to get them through the Atkins Library database. But I just suggest that you make sure that it's one that would work for you before you click on it. So the way to search the Atlantic is to go up here, and I'm going to just type in writing again to get started. And you'll see some ads right there, but then everything down here is going to be available full text on the Atlantic. Okay, so something like this obviously relates to what we've been reading about so far. So one of these would be a good source. And you can see that another great thing about the Atlantic is that it hyperlinks to all these different sources. So if you find one that you like, you can always even come back to it for a later research log to find more sources, like maybe something like this one works for you. All right. Okay, so most students really like searching in TED Talks and the Atlantic for sources for their research log, and they find stuff that's usually very readable and accessible for them. Okay, so let's go back here. So also you're going to do the midterm self-assessment, so you should have looked at this one already. It's really, just a reflection on where you are so far this semester in the course, and helps give me some feedback. And let's go to what's due on Friday. Okay, so on Friday you will have Research Log 4, and please make sure that you do this one before the online parlor that's due on the same day. The reason is because for the online parlor, you need to have 5 sources done already. Okay, so this research log gets you to 5 sources, which is basically the halfway point for your research. So again, I'm having you look in 2 different places for each of your sources for Research Log 4. So you're going to use Google Scholar. If you have not used Google Scholar before, the main idea is that it is filtering out a lot of the less academic sources that usually turn up in a normal Google search. So it's going to be searching articles. And let's see, I'm not sure if this will work from my home, but if you are on, usually if you're on the Wi-Fi anywhere on campus, it knows that you are near the Atkins Library. So oftentimes you will see over here a Get It at Atkins Library button. And so if you're on campus and see that, or that can be very helpful. But you can see, you can usually get full text of these. If you do not pay for anything, okay, so if you can't access it, either look for it in the Atkins Library website or try to find another source. Okay, so play around a lot with your search terms for Google Scholar, and then for your second source, I want you to go and find an in-depth news article that's recent, that can be from, these are generally where a lot of students are finding stuff, so, NPRB, National Public Radio, their website. So try to find a source that you feel is in-depth, that relates to your topic from those websites. Okay, let's go back here, and then to our last assignment of the week is Online Parlor 5. Okay, so as you can see, I want you to submit Research Log 4 so that you've collected 5 sources by the time you're responding to these questions. So this Parlor really is about, at the halfway point, what's going on with your research. How has the inquiry-based research process impacted what you've been doing so far? Also, How is your research question or topic shift from where you began? So if your question has changed, that's a good sign that you are doing interesting research. If your question has changed, I would go to your research log, and at the top where you include where it says overview, and then you have your question there, go ahead and update it if yours has changed as you've done your research. Okay, so this is just a chance to reflect back on what you've done so far with inquiry-based research. And then after this, we will look for 5 more sources before we start putting together your reader's guide. Okay, so again, please let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you have a great rest of your fall break and a great week when you get back. All right, bye.